Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take to the skies with Animated Swoop in the latest Got Bot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you're at it, light them up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. Friday past, as of this recording, we looked at Animated Grimlock. And not for nothing, I really felt like somewhere along the line I looked at Animated Snarl, but apparently I didn't because I can't seem to find it. Nevertheless, we do have the opportunity today to look at Animated Swoop. I've always heard good things about this mold. Are they valid? I don't know yet, but you and I are about to find out together when we head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And welcome to what I'm going to call Swoop Week. And this is Animated Swoop. We, in the last review, looked at Animated Grimlock. And not for nothing, I don't have the third member of that trio. I think I may have looked at it before, but I can't for the life of me seem to find the review. It's so strange. I feel like I did, but anyway, if I find it as we go through, I'll mention it. But for now, here is Animated Swoop. I digress anyway. So yeah, we have Swoop here. Now he's standing very strange. I'm going to take that off of his foot and put his other foot out here. And hopefully he'll stand. Oh, come on, Swoop. This is his little mace thing. It goes on his foot in this mode. Not the most solid. There's a peg down on the bottom of the foot that goes into one of these. Apparently too, you can open this up and take out the translucent piece here, and it's like a little grabby hook thingy. And I didn't mean to tip him over then. But again, for the life of me, I can't get this apart. Where it's not mine belongs to Maximal 10, I'm not going to fiddle with it. But yeah, this is his little mace, flail, whatever it is that you call this thing. I think that there's like, you know, a structural difference between a mace and a flail. I don't care. I'm not really into medieval stuff that much. It's, you know, we all know what this is, right? So I'm going to just lay that aside. Our guy also comes with his bio sheet, which, you know, like talks about how, you know, they fear him coming with his big mace thing and whatnot. And basically he likes to be left alone on Dinobot Island to like fly around. And over here we have the instructions there. Okay, again, I didn't find these to be particularly helpful. Let's dive right into the transformation, I guess. Not much to say here other than, I mean, this looks like Swoop. This looks like a pterodactyl type of mode and whatnot. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll do the transformation, then we'll start giving this guy some scores after that. So, to begin, let's take that arm off and that arm off of these little rectangular slots, and we're going to bring these wings down on the back. You don't have to necessarily bring them down on the back, but I mean, I think it's what you're supposed to do by rights. We will stand our guy up, and we will even rotate him at the waist. Then we're going to rotate a leg around and rotate the other leg around. And I'm going to stand our boy up. To do the upper body, I think what we'll do is we're going to just slightly readjust the camera so that we can deal with it just a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. So the next thing to do is split this if it wasn't already done and bring it out to the side. Then we can also take this head and bring it down in the chest area, I suppose we could say, and we start to bring these pieces up here on the side. Okay, cool. I'm going to straighten that up and bring an arm down and bring an arm down. Now, pardon me, on the back here, to kind of solidify all of this into place, what we have to do is pick this whole section of the wing assembly up, and there's two rectangular slots here. They're going to go over rectangular tabs on the shoulder pieces to like lock and solidify all of this into place. Little hard to see it there right now, let me do that. I might have to lock it in, but in essence, boom, here we have Swoop in his robot mode. I'm just gonna clean up a couple of things, put his flail in his hand, and then we will kind of start giving this guy some scores. Not for nothing, here's our boy with animated Grimlock, and I wish I had the third one. I don't, but anyway. Of course, both of these on loan from Maximal 10, and you know what? Like, they look great together. They really do. How about we trade out, though, that Grimlock for say, a comparison with the, let's do it here. Black Mamba Swoop. Right? Black Mamba is about a Voyager size, so you can kind of see the comparison there. And I guess not for nothing, and we have not actually reviewed this yet. In fact, it's going to be our next review. Here he is next to the 86. 86 going a little bit off screen there, but you can certainly see that a Leader Class 86 is much larger than this lad. So we're going to take him out of it as well. Like I said, the 86, he will be our next review. I mean, transformation, I'm going to say, transformation, I think I'm going to say 9.5. It's pretty great. About the only nuisance with it is making sure that the backpack, where the wings are, tabs on over both of the shoulder tabs. It's not hard, but you've got to finesse it in there just a little bit. Let me bring the camera in slightly, and then we'll talk about his coloration. And man, oh man, does our boy look sleek. So, the coloration is mostly accurate. The only thing's not really accurate is, I guess, we should have some black outline around the talons there and kind of here at the wrist as well. Maybe a little bit of extra detail on the chest, but really the pelvis there that's blue, the pelvis should be gray with like almost like a black belt. Other than that, the sculpt, the head sculpt in particular, is phenomenal. I'm going to say that for accuracy to the cartoon, we're still at about 9.5. So a 9.5 and a 9.5. I'm going to take this out of his hand just because it's a bit of a nuisance, I think. Excellent Swoop thus far. Let's do the articulation, then we can get out of here. He's scoring a 9.5 and a 9.5. Remember that. How about the head here? It goes down, up, left, right. Sometimes the chin gets in the way and the head likes to come off the ball joint. Then we get to the wings here. Of course, they can go up and down and forward and back a little bit. No problem. Then we get to the, I guess the shoulders. I'll talk about now. So the shoulders have a ball joint right here. And that ball joint allows you to really you have a full range here depending on where the ball joint is. Similarly, the elbow, which is kind of gorilla arm because of the fact we have nothing at the wrist, can also rotate at 90 degrees and give us, you know, an elbow is just, he's going to be like, you know, thank you sir, may I have some more? Like he's going to be doing that sort of thing, right? That said, the actual shoulder assembly itself as well also has some wiggle and movement to it. So you actually have it's weird shoulder articulation. You can still T-pose, by the way. It's weird shoulder articulation, but like it's all there. We have obviously a waist that's quite free-flowing. The legs, they only go out to the side about that far, but I still think it's okay for what you're going to need it for. Legs go all the way forward. If the wings are out of the way, like up like this, I mean, they can go well back. We have a knee to say 90 degrees, but we can also bring that knee way up over his face if you're so inclined. There is not so much a thigh swivel, but a swivel at the lower knee here where the ball joint is. Feet go forward and back, no ankle tilt. So no wrist, no ankle. That's really all that the guy is missing. Make sure I got him back here, kind of in center. Everything is sort of there. Maybe range of motion on the hips a little bit. I'm gonna say, man, I think I'm gonna say 9. You know what? I'm in a good mood. Let's say 9.5. 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. This guy's a 9.5 across the board. He won't be for everyone because he is kind of spindly. But honestly, he's pretty fantastic, even if a little weird. Some people might mark down the articulation because of the strangeness around the shoulders, but you know what? It's all there, and you can get the poses you want. You just got to work around the hinges and the joints and the ball pegs that happen to be there. Overall, 9.5. I am quite shocked because honestly, not for nothing, I really didn't think this guy was going to score that well. Color me surprised. And here we are once again, and here he is. So of course, the upcoming review on Friday is going to be 86 Swoop, so stick around for that. I do hope that at some point I get to look at the third member of the animated Dinobots. This guy's pretty good. It takes a little bit of finagling to kind of get used to the shoulders going in and the way that this backpack tabs on. Once you got that down, he's pretty good. Yes, admittedly, his elbows and stuff are a bit, you know, gorilla armed, but such was the case some, what, 15-ish, 16-ish years ago as of this recording. And even now, by today's standards, other than it'd be nice for him to have a wrist rotation and probably a little bit of an... Well, I guess he has. Now that I'm fiddling with it, I guess he does have a little ankle tilt. I don't think I gave him credit for it in the review, but I'll give credit where credit is due. Now, if he had a wrist, I mean, this guy would be as good as anything nowadays. Plus, the plastic feels great. Looks great, feels great. The articulation could be slightly improved. Decent transformation. This is a fun Swoop, even if pretty svelte for a Swoop. Let me know what you think about animated Swoop. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button, please, and thank you. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel, and don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, right here, inside the videos.